Okay, let's start. Okay, so today we will know about like what is Java recursion and like how it actually works. Okay, so basically Java recursion is a technique of making a function call itself. Okay, so this technique provides a way to break complicated programs down into simple problems which are easier to solve. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Okay, so today we will see like what is Java recursion. Okay, so recursion is a technique to make a function call itself. Okay, and this technique provides a way to break complicated problems down into simple problems. Okay, which are easier to solve. So let's see some examples. Okay. So like we can say like recursion, there's another way you can describe recursion is a similar thing. Okay, recursion is a programming technique where a method calls itself to solve a problem in smaller instance. Okay, it is useful for solving problems that can be break down into smaller similar sub problems. Okay, okay. So coming to examples, let's create a package. So let's see, like, let's add two numbers together. Okay. So basically, if we add two numbers, right, we are going to sum of two numbers, right? So basically, it is easy to like add two numbers together, but when it comes to like adding a range of numbers, it is more complicated, right? So basically, we will solve that range of number, like adding a range of number, we will do using the recursion method. Okay. So basically recursion is used to add a range of number together by breaking it down into a simple task, okay, of adding two numbers. Okay. Let's say like this class.
You can just wait.
Yes.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Suppose say take like create a method. Okay. So So we are going to do the summation, right? Create a method, that method name sum. Okay. And now inside this method, so this sum method, we are going to initialize a parameter. Okay. And now it is like saying there is no actually record, I'm integer record, right? So for that, this method, so for that we need to declare the variable, and we need to pass this method to that variable, right? Uh, like, and we are going to find the result, whatever the sum we are doing, it should like pass into a result. Okay, so we are going to create a result variable. So int, okay, and we are going print. Okay. So we are going to print the result. Okay. So basically we don't need this inside this main, right? Basically cut it out and outside this. Okay. Let's say like it should return, this is int, right? So it having a value, so it will ask for return. So return type sum, right? So we need to return this. So for that, we are going to return it. Okay. So say return, so return 0. Okay. Yes, we return 0. Now what we are going to do, we are going to loop the thing. Okay, we are going to use this. We are actually taking this parameter as k, right? So what it will do, it will do loop. So say if, and we are going to pass the condition that this k, whenever the sum we are going to do, when we are going to pass any value, it will check, right? So how it will check? So it will take the k as a value. Okay. So here's a k 0. And after that, it will return something, right? So return it, return k. After returning k, it will perform the summation. Okay. So like we are adding the range of sum, right? And here okay, yeah. Or else it will return this 0. Okay. Okay. So now let's see. Now if I want to say what it will do right now. So basically this is the method, right? This is the main method over here, right? So this main, like this class, this is the main class, right? Recursion. So this recursion class actually doing the sum, right? What I'm saying, that this main method over here, it is calling this sum method. Okay. So and we are going to pass some argument, so it is asking for argument. Okay. So now if we add some argument like say 3. Okay. So what it will do inside this sum method over here, right? This is the method sum. So inside this sum method, the if else statement here inside this here, there is another if else statement, right? So what if else statement will do? So if statement checks if k is greater than 0 or not. Okay, since we have gave that argument 3, right? So 3 is greater than 0. Okay, so basically it will execute the block of code. Okay, so it will check and it will give the whatever you say like 3, yeah, and after checking it will give the 3. Okay, are you understanding right what I'm saying? So the method basically it will calling itself recursively with argument this k minus 1. Okay, basically what it is doing, it is checking right here, right? So it is checking, yes, 3 is greater than 0, so it will return k, right? Whatever k is 3, so it will return 3 over here. Okay, after that it will perform this method itself. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is 2, right? So it comes over here, it will, yeah, 2 is greater than 0, again it will print 2. Like it is adding like 3 again plus 2, like it is 5, it is going to add like we are adding the range of number, right? So it will do the perform like this. Are you getting my point? When the condition is satisfied, when it becomes 0, it will return 0, like it will stop executing. Okay, like try to understand, right, what is recursive, like how it's calling itself actually. Okay, so we are giving parameter, like we are passing the argument over here 3. So k, the value of k here, the sum, we are passing this k, right? So it is like parameter, and we previously we know that whenever method having any parameter, that parameter having a like corresponding argument of it, right? So here we gave the parameter and the corresponding argument of that parameter we gave here 3. So now here inside this method, we are performing the if else, okay, condition. So here 3 is greater than 0. Yes, right. So it will first it will print 3 and it will add, right? Again, it will like summation of k. Yes, 3 minus 1, 2. Okay, then it will comes over here. 2 is greater than, yes. Again, like it will add like 3 is there after next loop. It is coming 2, after that it will come 1. So it will add like 3 plus 2 plus 1 is total 6, right? Like that. Okay, this is like another class. So say so another example we see. So now we are going to uh like calculate the factorial of the number. Okay, so for that what we need to do, like say, so first there is a base case, right? Factorial of 0 is 1, right? So we need to give the base case. So say like uh, so what we know, like previously we already learned, right? So if we like create a method, so method can be like it is inside a class, right? Main class, but it is outside the main method. Okay, so we are going to create a method here. So we are creating a method inside a class, but outside a main method. After that, we are going to call that method inside the main method. Okay. Let's see, like, so public static means like this method can be accessible directly, or you can create an object and you can like call it through object. Okay. Give a method name, factorial. And here we are give some parameter. Okay. Say int number n, and because the data type is not null, it is asking for return type. Okay, so let's return it. uh, Return something. Okay. Okay, this is good for now. And now we are having the condition inside the factorial, like we are going to like do the loop, right? So see, if we are, if so, if n double equals to 0, it will return 1. Okay. So this is a base case, we say. Right. Now here in return. So in return, we are doing the recursive case, right? Factorials of n is n into factorial n minus 1, right? So see, like here. So this is the now here what we do here n, this is the n is the n into factorial n minus 1, right? So see n into, so this is doing the recursive case. Okay, like calling the method again and again. Okay. Now here in the main method. Okay. Now we are going to give the argument, right? So here is like we are giving the parameter, but we don't give the argument here, right? So now in the main method, we are going to pass the argument. Okay. Say like if int uh, int n for number. So here n is number, right? So we are creating a variable number and we are going to give the argument here. Okay, and in factorial here instead of n, what we are going to pass, we are going to pass this variable. Okay, uh, just and here. So I'm taking a variable result. Okay, result, and I'm going to pass the value as factorial. this will be the value I'm going to pass. Like I'm passing the method, okay, inside result. So I passed here, and what I'm gonna do here, I'm just going to pass this number as argument here. Okay. Because we are going to give the argument here, whatever number we are going to give, we are going to give here. Okay. Now it asking for some output. This result is not in use. So we are going to print this result. Okay, that's good. So let's see what will be the answer. Factorial of 5 is 120, right? It's, yeah. Everyone clear? Anyone having any doubt?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So coming to next, like recursion is done, right? Yeah. Example we have like two example we saw, like one is like adding range of number we can do using recursion. Okay. So next what we have Java oops concept, right? So let's see like what is Java oops concept? Can anyone tell me like what is oops concept? Okay. So Java is an object-oriented programming language, right? That we know
Yes.
oops. Yeah. So which means it follows the principles of object-oriented programming, right? So object-oriented programming is a programming that revolves around the concept of object itself, content until encapsulation, data, and behavior. Okay. So basically, we have some like key concept. Okay, that we say key concept. That what we have like classes and objects. Encapsulation is there, abstraction is there, inheritance is there, polymorphism. So, this object interact with each other to accomplish tasks and present real world entity in the program. Okay. Yeah. So, so there are some key concepts, okay, in object-oriented programming. So, what are the concept? Number one, like classes and objects. Okay. Number two, we have encapsulation.
Abstract.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Polymorphism. Methods.
Inheritance, and last we have like polymorph.
Polymorphism.
Yeah. So, so these are the key concept, okay, that are used in OOPS concept. Okay. So like now we are coming to like that what we know, like what is OOPS concept. Okay, Java is an object oriented programming language, which means it follows the principles of object oriented programming. Okay, object oriented programming is a programming pilgrim that revolves around the concept of object itself, content until the content units that encapsulate data and behavior, right? So now we will coming to like what are the classes and objects. Okay. So these are the like OOPS concept here. Okay, we will know more about what are the classes and objects. Okay, now coming to classes and so next Java classes and objects. So basically what we know, like Java is an object-oriented programming language, right? We all know that. So everything in Java is associated with classes and objects, along with its attributes and method. Okay, like if we want
Excuse me,
to,
sir.
yeah,
Java is not 100% object-oriented language.
yeah, because there is some because of the you know why not 100% object-oriented programming.
Because supports primitive data type, integer,
Correct,
float,
correct.
byte.
That is like classes and like public static. Those are the like we know, right? For those, we these are like not totally like object oriented. That non-primitive data type that we have. Yeah, because of the primitive type data type, we cannot say that this is totally a object oriented program. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so basically like coming to classes, like classes is like what we know, like classes. A classes is a user defined data type, right? That serves a blueprint of creating objects, right? And it defines the property or data member that and methods, right? Methods and functions are same thing. Okay, if I say functions, that means it's a method. Okay, so and method that object of that class will have, right? So so basically it is like user defined, right? Data type.
Right.
And how we like know like we are creating class, like we are like using the class keyword. After that we are going to give the name. Okay, that whatever the class name we are going to. Okay, and there we have data members representing the state or characteristic of the object. Okay, and they're also called methods that are defining the behavior or action, right, inside the class that previously we already done, right? That we are declaring a method inside a class. So let's see like how we can create a class, right? We already know like to create a class, we use a keyword class, right? And we should know like that class name is always same as a file name. Whatever the file name we are going to like give, it is always same as the class name, right? And yeah, let's. So here is the classes. This is the class, that main class. And here, like, if I want to like create a variable that we all know, right? Those are called the attributes. Okay, whatever we are going. Int x equals to 5. These are the common things, right? Uh, that we create a class and we just declared a variable x over there, right? So see, like now we are going to create the object, like for like what thing like we need to create a object. So in Java, an object is created from a class, right? So basically we already created this class, right? Now we are going to like create an object. Okay. So for that, see, this is a public class, right? And say like this variable is declared inside a class, but outside a main method, suppose. Here I declared. Okay. Now I'm going to access that, like I like how I can access this attribute. Like this is now an attribute. Okay, we say this is a attribute. Okay, this class having a attribute. Okay, if I want to get access to this attribute, like for that I need to create an object. Okay, so how we create the object? So to create the object, specify the class name followed by the object name, right? And we are going to use the new keyword that is operator. After that, we are going to give the constructor. Okay, that is the same. That constructor is basically same name as the class name. Okay, say like so class name, right? So now we are going to see class name. First, we need to give class name. After that, we are going to give the object name, that what object we are going to create, right? That you can give anything like YZ. After that, we are going to say like new, and the constructor we need to give. So constructor is the same as the class name, right? So this is the constructor. Well, now we already created this is the object. Okay. Now how I can access, like say by object name we can access whatever the attribute present inside this class, right? These classes, like XYZ. After XYZ, give a dot, and it will like give all the attribute that are present, right? Okay. So here I have that X attribute. So I am selecting this one dot X. So basically, we can pass this to a variable or we can directly just print it. Okay. So see, like this is a not a proper. So let's solve. And here we just give by object we can access that X attribute. Okay. So now we just created a object. By object, we can access this attribute inside this classes. Okay. Now, basically, this is like we are creating a one object, right? We can create a numbers of object to get access this class, right? So yes, now see multiple object. So we can create a multiple object of the one class. Okay, say one. And same way you can do, right? You can print and you just pass the object here. Okay. Is everyone clear? Like
Yes, sir.
for a same class, for a single class, we can actually create multiple object. Okay. So coming next, like we can work with the multiple classes also. Okay. So I'm creating a package inside the day 7 package. Uh, Here, name it like multiple classes. Okay. Uh, Inside that multiple classes, create class. Okay. Say the main class, and this main class having no main method. Okay. Just create a class. Other class. Say like this is a second class. And this second class having the main method inside it. Okay. So now we are working with multiple classes. Okay. So now if you see like we created like uh as we know like create an object of a class and by object we can access like another class, right? So here we will see like how we do that. So here in main I just giving some I just declaring some variable or what you say like properties inside this main class. Okay. The int x equals to 10, int y equals to. So these are the two attributes we have inside this main class, right? Now, what I want this attribute, like I want to access those attribute in the second class. So for that, what we need to do, we need to create the object of the main class, right? This is the main and okay class. So now we are going to create an object. Like if there is three class, so whatever class that you want to get access, right? So for that you need to create an object of that class. So I want to get access in this class, right? I want the access this main class. So for getting access this main class, I have to create a object. Why I'm creating an object? Because this class is public class. So we already know, right? So for public, we need to create an object of that class to get access whatever attributes that have, right? Let's see. Same thing like first the class name. So main is the class name. main, giving the object name. The object name is obj and the upper. Okay, now we created a object of the main class. Okay, so I'm passing this to this a variable. So if you want to update that thing, you can do update by object or x equals to, you can assign some value 30. That is updating this value over here. It is 10, it will be update to 30. Okay, so there are a lot of things we can do, right? So, and the object we are going to pass here. Okay, now what we are going to pass here. See, okay. So it is updating. So if I say, okay, everyone got this right? How it is working. We are working with multiple classes. Okay, it can be 3 class, it can be 4 class. Multiple class is there, but only one class having the main method. Okay. In one project, you cannot have the multiple main method. Okay. So like uh, here, if I gave here, so what it will, can anyone tell me? So it is a constant. Okay. So final is a constant, you say. So it will fix your value here. If you save this here, it is generating an error. We cannot update or modify the value of x because here we use the final keyword. Hello? Is everyone clear like what final keyword do, what it does?
Yes, sir.
So it will actually fix your value. Okay, you cannot change or update. Okay. If
Okay.
you're willing to update, you cannot do because it is finalized the value of x. So now it is, you can update. Okay. So now see like if here we can create multiple objects, right? So here we are updating. So this is the updated value of this value, right? This is 10. So if anyone say like, sir, I want to like print the whatever the original value and also the updated value. So for that, what I need to do? Okay. So can anyone tell me for that what we need to do? Like I want to print the original value as well as the updated value also. Okay, so for that we need two object. Like one object we already like updated, in another object we will pass the original value. Okay, got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Like here, creating another object and say just I am normally printing that object inside the printing statement. Okay. Okay. So, so this obj1, so this obj dot x is updated. This obj dot x, this is the updated one, and this is the original one. If I run this, so now it is like updated one is showing first, and the original one is here, and the checked y, the value of okay.
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 Yes,
So
sir.
got it. So coming next, multiple attributes. So we already know, right? So there is like the main class there, and we can give multiple attributes also. So how we can. So basically what we know, like we already see multiple attributes, right? So here, like single attribute that we already know inside this class, whatever we have method or the variable, we say those are the attributes. Okay. More than one variable or more than one method, or there is one variable or one method, it is multiple attributes. Okay. uh, Here say suppose in in anything we just and say here let it be, and we are taking age. So now we actually like more than one attributes are there, it is a multiple attribute we are working with. Okay. So we can access those by using the object, right? What is x, what happened? Now we can access those name and age by using the object. Okay. Name we actually don't give any name. Okay. So like everyone got right, what are the multiple attributes? We actually basically whatever the body we are giving, these are known as attributes. Okay. Whatever body we are passing here as an variable or identifier. Okay. These are the attributes. Next, we see like Java, like what are the Java class method? Okay. So basically like class method, what we know. Anyone tell me? Like now we are coming to like class method in say static and public. Okay, so we will see. So basically, like method are declared within a class, right? And that they are used to perform certain action that we know, right? So let's create another class that is say class method. Okay, and that having main method inside it. So basically, we already know, like we declared a method inside a class, but outside a main method, right? So we will do declaration. Say, first, we will see like class, like we have static and public, right? So basically, you already know what are for static and what are for public, like why we use static and why we use public class for the method, right? So say like static. So this is one method. We having another method that is public. Okay, let's say public my public method and my static, right? So basically we pass some string over here. So say like, eh,
So, sir, here you can say it as public method, but public method is not something we should define it. You should call it a non-static method or instance method. I think
static method, what you're saying, like, get it. Can you repeat it?
here you call it it's public method, but public is what for public private it's our the associate type. So here we can call it a non-static methods or instance method.
Yes, so for public, we are going to like create a object, right? Without object, how we can just access those?
Sir, actually, that's not a public method. Public is a access modifier. So you should
Yeah,
call that a non-static method.
yeah, non-static.
You wrote public methods.
Okay, sorry. Public is not a method. It is a access modifier, correct? So what do you say? Public access modifier must be called by creating object.
No, sir. That method name should be non-static method.
Yeah, the method name should be non-static method. Yeah, this method name, right?
Yeah, yes. But you wrote public method.
Yeah, this is static means non-static. Yeah, correct. Non-static. Okay. So basically, whatever like non-static method, right? Yeah. So we already know, right? So we just need to create the object of that public non what do you say, like public method here. That like I will say like who actually taught me like taught me like this. Okay. But that cleared me well. Like whoever like I get what you say like training. So like basically they cleared me like this. Okay. After that I just, yeah. Okay. Now we can just say like we can call this directly because this is a static method, right? And non-static for non-static method, and we just create a object. Okay. So So basically, if we actually are like directly say like this method, it will generate a error if we directly call this inside a main method, generating error. So now we need to create an object of the class.
ఏమిటి కత్తెర వచ్చిందో దోమలు కూడా కొడుతున్నాయి. ఏ ఈ క్లాస్ వరకు ఉంటుంది.
Okay. Uh, what it is asking. Hmm. What it is like return type into yeah. So X. What is the problem here? Why?
So no need to store that method into int. So you can directly call by reference
Like
variable, right?
we just directly call my object dot like whatever say
No, no,
like object dot
no, no,
and
no.
we don't need to
No.
store, right?
Yeah,
Like
yes,
that.
that's one.
Like I want to pass into a variable. Like I'm trying. Yeah,
Then you should write return statement in that
yeah.
method.
That here that I want to pass that return statement over here, right? What do you say over there, right? Return
Yeah, yes, that's
that
one.
void should be in.
Modifier.
Yeah. That was correct. Like I like to do experiment whenever I. Okay. That we know, right? Private and static, right? So static and public, sorry. So okay. So we completed the object classes and object we already completed, right? So object, objects. So an object is an instance of a class, right? It represents a specific entity like entry, right? Or item that can be created based on the class blueprint that we say like what we say like whatever the object we creating like it is a blueprint of the class, right? So yes, so it is an instance of yeah. Okay. So next we are like object has state, right? So value of data member, like whatever the value we are actually giving, right? So object has state and behavior also. Like behavior means like whatever the method we are going to define inside that class, right? So that are the like we are defining the behavior, right, of that method. So what is state and what is behavior?
State represents information and behavior
Yeah,
represents
value
action.
of data, right? What are the data we actually earn, right? Like a method defined in the class, right? Whatever the method we are actually method we are actually that method actually describing the behavior of whatever we are going to give inside that method, right? So number three, like to create an object, we use the new keyword. Yeah. Okay. Like if there is a constructor, okay. So to invoke a constructor, this is okay. We should give the class name and the parenthesis for the constructor. Like if there is constructor. So and we already like see the example, right? First we actually see the example. So example is already like done over here. Okay. Object creating and all. What we have next, right? Object done, class attributes, class methods done. Constructor is also done, right? Next modifier we have. Okay, so I will like describe the everything again like in single program. I will describe the whole thing. Okay. Uh,
Hello,
yes, hello.
sir. I have not understand Java class attributes.
Yes, I'm telling that. Okay, so let me share the attendance. Okay. Yeah, I'm just just wait a minute. Just let me share. So everyone please give the attendance and okay. So let's see multiple class day 7 and I am going to create another package inside the day 7. Multiple classes and say like example. So inside the example, I am creating two class. So one is car. Okay. Another class I'm creating is main class, right? I'm giving class name as main. Okay. And it's having main method. Coming to car. Okay. Now we are going to like say like here we are going to give data members like instance variable. Okay. Yes. And like we actually declaring instance variable. Yeah. Say like string and I am giving make like it is a maker. Okay. So maker of the car. Say string model of the car. Say like in which year it launched. Okay. So here I actually declared a data name. Okay. So now we are going to create a constructor of it. Okay. Come here. Okay, so I will not use the all the Spring data source. So here, if you see generate constructor using field. Okay. So this is the option. Okay, I will do it manually. Okay. Public car. So this is constructor, right? So this is a constructor. Okay. And here, straight this connectivity issue happens. Okay. Okay, sorry for interrupting. I having some connectivity issues. Okay, so okay, now where we are actually? Okay, so we actually create a constructor. So now we are actually giving the variable whatever there. Okay, so these are the field. Okay, we need to mention here. So string, like we are giving the parameter. Okay, inside the constructor string make. So this is constructor. Okay. Now we have constructor. So now declared a method. Okay.
Sir, here it is not a special method to create an object, but here it is initiate an object.
Yeah. So this way we can do. Okay. So we call this whenever in real time project, we will do like this. Okay. That's why I'm just showing you this like that. Okay. This is like real time project. When we are going to work, we actually do like this. Okay. Like we have to do the constructor, give the constructor, and toString is there for getter setter is there. Like you will see. Yeah, like what you are saying, this. Now we are going to create a public method. So in that method, we are going to give the behavior, like we are printing all the model, maker model and year. Okay. Inside that method. Okay. Um, 3 printing statement for 3 attributes. And we pass. Okay, previously someone saying something, right? Constructor or object. Who is saying? Who is asking that? Anyone having doubt, right? Related. Someone actually asking me previously. Hello. Can you repeat your doubt? Hello. Okay, so here we actually declared, right, whatever the classes inside the classes we need to data member is there, functions is there, right? So behavior is also there. Okay, so now let's see like how we can access those things. Save it and come to main class where we have the main method, right? So now here, so actually I specify the constructor there, right? So in that constructor I specify the all the maker model. So we need to give the attribute like what we say argument of those attributes, okay, of those parameters. So these are the parameter, right, we pass. So we need to give the argument of those parameters. So now here, so multiple objects we can create, okay. So we are going to create an object of the car class. So now here we cannot just leave blank. Okay, previously if you see like we are leaving blank, right? So we cannot because here we actually mention the constructor parameter. Okay, we cannot give blank there because it will ask for argument. Okay, say add argument to it. Okay, now we have to give the argument over here. Okay, so these are string and it is integer. So string value just pass within double quote. Double quote. Say first what we have that sequentially maker, model and year. Uh, so maker suppose say Toyota. And a year say okay. So like that you can do multiple constructor, okay. But you need to change the object name each and every time. Okay. Okay, anyone having any like asking doubt, like can you repeat your doubt? Someone asking previously, he having any doubt, right, related to like method or object creation?
Sir, I have got how to object create and they will understand.
Yes, how you create object?
Yes.
Okay, basically like if you know like object is an instance of class, right? To create object like we need to like what we say, like to basically say this car is a class, right? This car is a class and this having some attribute in it, okay. So basically to access those attributes, right? So to access those attributes, we need to create an object of that class to get access of all those attributes. So suppose say this car, I'm creating object of this car. So see, this is the object creation. Okay. Coming to here, say, uh, this is the main second. Okay. Okay. See this one. Okay. Clear everything, close all. Okay. Save it. Hmm, coming to multiple classes. Okay. So this multiple classes, we are working with multiple classes, right? So here is a main class and here is another second class. So if you see this main class having no main method, so what we know, like we want one program or whatever project, so that project need to be have a main method inside it, right? So without main method we cannot run the project. So see, in this main class we only having the attributes. So you are saying, right, how we can access this attribute in this second class, right? So this second class having all the this main method in here. So how we can access this attribute? So to access this attribute, because this is a non-static class, right? So this is a public class, right? So for public class, we are going to we actually create a object. By using object, we can access this attribute. So here, and where we actually create those objects, we actually create this object inside the main method here. Okay. So actually, like which class I want, like this class, this is the main class having the attribute. So I need to create an object of this main class, right? So what I have done, see, this main, for what, like for which class I'm creating object, that class name. Okay, I'm creating object of this main class, right? So I give the main, the name, the class name. The class name is here. And next, object name. Okay. And there is assignment operator and there is new operand. This is a special function to create a object. Okay. And after that, we use constructor, that is main. This constructor name is always same as your class name. Okay, that what class you are creating a object. Basically, you are invoking the constructor like of this class. Okay, so that whatever the constructor this called after new, you are giving this, right, the class name. This is actually constructor. How we know, like class name. After that, we actually use this parenthesis. Am I clear? Hello.
Yes. Yes, sir. Here.
Like that you can access. So let me show you another class, like I'm creating another class. Okay, that name, say third, third. Okay, third. So this not having any main method. Okay, we are going to call this, we are going to create a, say, this class having some attributes. Okay, say like street area over here, and say and this is okay. So now what? Now I want to get access this attribute, that name and number, last name and number. So for this, I need to create an object of this third class, right? So come to the main, like where we have the main method. Inside the main method, we are going to create a object of the third class. So remember, so this is the class name, right? Third. So third, okay. And after that, we are going to give object name. Okay, whatever you want. x, y, z I am giving. After that equals to, and say like new, and okay, your object is created for the third class. Okay, got it? And now you can, like, by object name, you can access all those functions. Okay, like whatever attributes you have inside it. Say x, y, z. See, if you see here, it is showing last name number because you are creating an object for this class only. So that's why it is showing only the whatever attributes you having inside this third class, right? Okay. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, sir. Can you run the program, sir?
Yeah, so let me just give any name so you can just so Rahim, save it. It should say it will print Rahim, right? So go to next run. Okay.
So why we are not using main class, main method?
Like I didn't get you. Main method means what you are saying. Like main method.
Class is
We are actually using this main method, right? Inside this main method, like this is the main method here. We actually doing inside the main method. We are creating object inside the main method. If you see this second class having this main method, right? Okay. Like what you are saying. Like you are saying like this one.
yes, sir.
Yeah. That basically this is the constructor, right? And this constructor we are giving the parameter over here. Now if we come to here, it is generating error because it is asking for parameter argument over here. Now you have to give the argument over here. Whatever you say, last name, number, x, y. So you have to give the value. Last name, say, suppose give some last name, what will say, anything like Ram, and next value what it's having integer number. So some kind of number you specify there, 2, 3. Okay. And after that it is also number. Okay. So say 12 and say 30. Okay. Ram is a string. Okay. So basically what you actually do here, you need to understand. Okay. So basically you actually create whatever the constructor you having, you just create a, like you pass some parameter inside your constructor. So for that parameter, your constructor is asking for argument. So if you pass here something, it will ask for the value, right? You are like giving the instance variable you are declaring over here. So where is the value you are giving? So system will ask for the value, right? So here you are giving the value. Okay. So why it is not coming, right? Last name. Yeah, last name is specified, right? So basically you need to do all the thing for the fourth field. Okay, so let me do 3, and here you should specify dot number, and last name instead of that you say X. Okay, so this X value is 12 and 30, right? So if you run the thing, I don't print this 30 over here. Okay. So RAM, and this 30 is coming from this value. Okay, this thing. Okay. Am I clear? Are you getting this? Like what I've done? I actually like giving parameter in the constructor. So while creating a constructor, right? Here, this is the way. This is the way we actually create constructor. So class name, object name, new operand, and then a constructor. Okay, so basically here we actually define the constructor, like giving the parameter. Okay. Okay, so it's quite late today, so you guys also have some class, right? So let it done for today, like we already what we have completed today. So oops, concept, class, object, attribute, method, constructor, up to constructor we have done, right? Okay. I'm stop sharing and I'm stop